Greetings and salutations, friends, old friends, and hopefully some new friends, because we are very close to a big milestone for us. So, if you are new tonight, I don't ever open with this, but I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you too will know when we're doing a live show next. Give us a chance. So, Bigfoot, friends. Bigfoot has been an enduring mystery for thousands of years. There are stories going back generations of a hairy, man-like creature that lives in the forest. It's the legend, my friends, of Sasquatch or Bigfoot or many other names. But recently, one man claimed that he would discover Bigfoot and finally solve this age-old mystery. His name is Todd Standing, and he claims to have seen, interacted with, even filmed real live Bigfoot creatures. But did he really film these faces of Bigfoot, or was it something else? Has he offered us incredible evidence of his fantastical claims, or is this just an incredible hoax? I wanted to find out. So I've gathered a team of experts of sorts to help me dig into this. Todd Standing also claims that you too can go on a Bigfoot expedition where, quote, Todd presents the attendees, expeditioners, with the opportunity to eyewitness and or interact with Sasquatch. The expeditioners are hand-selected by Todd to experience a breathtaking adventure. Oh, great, I get an opportunity. This is an opportunity for me to eyewitness or interact with a Sasquatch. This is an opportunity. And this opportunity costs $3,500 US. You get to go camping with this guy for a week at some undisclosed location in the Canadian wilderness. For $3,500, you get the opportunity to see, or hey, maybe even interact with a Bigfoot. I have so many questions, but I was glad because yesterday I found out that a fellow show host I know has talked to this man and maybe knows a great deal more about him than me. Here to give us his opinion on this alleged Bigfoot footage from Todd Standing, and also to help, really just to help us shed some light on all of this, is Anthony from Unidentified-S4. Welcome, Anthony.
Good evening, Stephen. Thanks for having me. What's up,
You
everybody?
you always remind me of an Italian friend I had growing up in my old neighborhood, and he would always say, "How you doing?"
That's
Right?
a New York thing. Hey, how you doing?
But he was genuine. Like it wasn't. You know how some people just say that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
then
yeah.
if you didn't say anything, he would start like
Getting
no,
pissed
really,
off.
how you doing? How's the wife? How's the
Yeah,
kids?
yeah,
How they doing?
yeah. That's how
But
I was brought
anyway,
up.
yeah, we and listen. How's your marriage going, Anthony? Before we get into this, I want to know.
Great, great.
Great, you
We
got no
we have
complaints, like nothing
well,
major.
I mean, you always have complaints. Who doesn't have complaints when they're married? I mean, come on. But
Because
you got a lot
Anthony,
going on.
no, I wanted to tell you this. I think that both you and I have something to be thankful for today, because uh, sometimes I'm sure your wife gets pissed off at you, right? And she could be
All the
mean.
time, all the
Mine
time.
too. My wife could be real mean if she's pissed
Yeah.
off at me. But
Oh yeah.
today I found out that Johnny Depp's wife shit in
Uh,
his bed and shit on his pillow because she was
and
pissed off at him
yeah.
for
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know what. So we're
And
both
then
better
tried
off
to
than
blame it,
Johnny
and then
Depp.
she tried to blame it on the dogs. For Christ's sake, that's
Yeah,
crazy, man.
we're both better off than Johnny Depp.
I feel real bad for Johnny, man.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this. Do you want to start with looking at the actual footage, or do you want to start with some background about how you know about this guy and what you've looked into as far as he's concerned?
Okay, we could start with a little background. I started looking into Todd back in 2008. Was the first time I really got into him. I've seen the footage multiple times. I started talking to Todd via Facebook just last year when I was thinking about starting the show, starting to do the live and everything on my show. He and I discussed him possibly coming on my show a handful of times, and it was always, oh, I got to talk to my producer, and then it would be, oh, my producer, then I swear he reminds me of Dr. Greer, because then it went into, you need a significant number of viewers and followers. We're looking for over 50,000 minimum on your platform. So I was like, well,
Wow.
I have nowhere near that. But he always kicked it back and forth with me via Messenger. He was always very polite. He, answered any questions I had, so I'll give him that. But the work was just always too perfect for me. And every time I would ask, does Bigfoot go out for a haircut, or does Bigfoot get a shave on the weekend? Because the pictures that you're showing of the Bigfoot heads, they're just too perfect. I don't know if you noticed that, but
They look a little too. They look a little too manicured.
yeah, a little too manicured. But I
So,
never got a
but
definitive
look,
answer.
Anthony, how do we not know that they groom each other or something? And
Well,
like other
then
other apes do that, maybe,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and then look at bears. Bears' hair only grows out to a certain length. They could kind of look like they're manicured as well. Gorillas and chimps the same. So who's to say that Bigfoot's hair doesn't grow out to a certain length, and then that's just it? Um, but who the hell knows? I know he's taken photos of male Sasquatch, female Sasquatch, and what he calls the elder Sasquatch, and he's got specific names for each one. So uh, when you show the
Yeah,
photos, I'll tell you
he's
what's what.
he's got his own pet Bigfoots, and they
Yeah,
all
he's
got
got his own pet
names.
Bigfoot. Yeah, the most elusive bipedal thing in the world, but yet he's living with them when he goes out there in the forest, and he's the only man that could do it.
Yeah, this doesn't make very much sense to me. And
No, me either.
he's kind of the Bigfoot savior, though. He's discovering Bigfoot for all of us. He's going to be on the
Yeah,
cusp
yeah.
of this world-shattering, amazing discovery.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either. When
Yeah.
somebody does a lot of name, he does a lot of name dropping. Also, if you notice, a lot of every time
Yes. I have
he has it.
his I have
Yeah,
his here. I can share this. This is good. I have his website right here where he's advertising his expeditions, and it's let's see. The expeditioners are hand selected by Todd to experience the breathtaking adventure that celebrities like Les Stroud, John Bindernagel, and Jeff
mm,
Meldrum enjoyed. And
yeah,
I would argue that even maybe Les Stroud, he could be called a celebrity. Maybe
yeah,
people know
yeah,
the Survivor Man, right? He's the originator. He deserves some respect because he's like the originator of all the survival shows. He
right.
did it first before Naked and Afraid and all
Oh
those.
yeah, yeah, he's the man
But
when it comes to out in the field doing that stuff,
I
man.
would challenge
Survival.
anybody, even in our audience, to know who John Bindernagel was, who was a wildlife biologist
He
that
was a
was in,
primatologist. Yeah,
yeah, he was, I think, wildlife biologist,
wildlife
but
biologist. Yeah,
yeah. And he lived in British Columbia, and he's a big believer in Bigfoot, and he's been in a few documentaries, but I don't know if he's a celebrity. And Jeff Meldrum, maybe, I don't know. He's been on like the Discovery Channel and the
hmm
History Channel talking about Bigfoot.
he's a college professor.
But that is some name dropping. So
Yeah,
and
always.
interestingly, John Bindernagel did say that he believed the Bigfoot footage was real and that Todd was interacting with real creatures. And he's passed away now.
Right.
But interestingly, I'm trying to get a comment from Les Stroud and from Jeff Meldrum. I started with Jeff Meldrum, and I've got, I don't know, a bunch of phone calls. I've got his phone number at his job. It's always voicemail, but I've left a bunch of voicemails because I want to know if he endorses this Bigfoot footage as a real live breathing creature or something else. And does he endorse this Todd Standing using him in this ad copy to sell people real live Bigfoot experiences? He has not returned any emails. He has not returned my calls. And I think that says a lot about what he may think. Like, why would he not comment if he believes this stuff is real?
He may have an a non-disclosure agreement with the Expedition Bigfoot team with Todd. Who knows? I also think that he's for hire, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you can
Yes.
hire him and take him out, in the field to pretty much do any show for hire, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I think that would be accurate. But I wanted to ask him that too. Like, can I hire you to be in my Bigfoot documentary?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I think that you can.
Oh, most
Right?
definitely. He's been in so many now. I can't see why not.
Yeah, very interesting. So, um, where do we go from here? Like, do you want to look at this footage and
Yeah, let me see what you got. I'd love to see what you got.
sure, and I've enhanced this a little bit. I zoomed in, I tried to clean it up, I tried to one second here. And I'm going to mute the audio. This is the first one of the money shots, and I called this one Bigfoot Face 1.
Okay. So that's Jake allegedly. That's the name he gave to this one. That's a young male Sasquatch. I believe he was around. He had said around three
I
to
can't
5 years old at that time.
I can't believe that he has pet names for all his Sasquatch friends.
Watch now. Watch the eye. I hope you get the eye closure on this one. It's so animatronic like.
Yeah, I don't even know that it looked like it fully closed. It looked like it just
It's
moved a little bit,
just
like the
like blinks.
brow moved a little bit.
Yeah, it's really weird. Could you imagine though if we're really looking at a Sasquatch right now? I mean, that would be spectacular.
It would be earth shattering. It would change all of human history as we
You
know it,
know,
right?
I will
About
I God, I'm sorry.
just about the family of man. Like, if is this some missing link between the world of the animals and the world of humans? That's why it's fascinating. That's why I like Bigfoot, because it's a
Yeah.
mystery, and it would be amazing if there were creatures. And you know what? Somewhere in time there was. Somewhere in time, a long time ago, there
Oh,
was
right. We had
creatures
the
halfway
yeah.
between apes and us.
Yep. Yeah, we had Gigantopithecus, which was a similar
Hmm.
bipedal animal like that.
Yeah.
You know, I
So
will give Todd one thing. He does go out into the field for days on end. I mean, that's fact. They actually sent out a Canadian rescue team for him one time when he went out on an expedition. He didn't come back. I don't think that
somebody
was, you know,
somebody put
hoax.
that in
That
the,
you know,
yeah,
yeah,
somebody put that in the comments of my of another one of the videos in this series, and I didn't know that. But
yeah,
I don't know this. I don't know that spending a lot of time out in the woods is not an argument for why you really are hanging out with Bigfoot creatures,
right, right. Well, if
right?
you
Do
and
you think? Because
if you and
I go
I,
out in the woods a lot, but I'm
right,
not
yeah,
going. Hey,
right. I
look,
was just
I
gonna
got
say.
a bunch of pet
Right,
Bigfoots.
at
You
Bigfoot,
know,
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if
I don't
you and
know.
I went out into the up in the Adirondacks and we said to our wives we're going to go away for 3 days camping and look for Bigfoot, and then next thing you know, it was 7 days later and we're not back. You know, they're going to send out a search party for us. So, I mean, that's going to happen if anybody goes missing. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean he was out there looking for Bigfoot or hanging out with Bigfoot.
And also, given his propensity for let's just, I think he does what I would term as publicity stunts.
Yeah,
I think that
I agree.
he did a court case that, and the sole purpose of that court case was supposed to be to have Bigfoot declared like an endangered species and be protected or
Right,
something. But
which he lost,
it was
by
a
the way.
publicity stunt to get
Yeah.
eyeballs on him and to sell his story, I guess.
Yeah,
Right?
well, he's
That's
selling
what
a
I
lot of
think it
stuff.
was.
He sells autographed pictures of these alleged Bigfoots. He
I
sells,
didn't know that. Really?
stickers, hats, videos. You could buy all of that stuff on his page.
Oh, it's the store. I didn't see this. Yes.
Yeah,
Let's look at the merch. You got merch.
he got
He's
merch, all
got
right.
he's got merch, Anthony. This is great. Because if I really discovered real Bigfoot creatures and had 100% proof that Sasquatches are real, the first thing I would do is make some T-shirts to sell, Anthony. This is totally not sketch.
Come on, man. Come on. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I'm an animal lover, but when it comes to Bigfoot, that's one animal I would shoot to prove that it's real. I mean, if you're around them that much, why didn't you shoot one? Why didn't you dart one, a tranquilizer one? I know they're gigantic, but
No, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to
if you
hurt them.
can, well, all right. If you can tranquilize an elephant, a rhinoceros, any type of those big animals, why can't you dart a Bigfoot and get blood and hair and skin samples and all those stuff we need to prove that the animal's real for once and for all, just to bring some closure to it already? But nothing
Yeah.
yet.
Well, there's been people lately that claimed that they had Bigfoot DNA, but that turned out to
There's
be
people that
horse
swear they
shit.
got Bigfoot DNA and
That's all horse shit.
it's all
That's horse
bullshit.
shit.
Yeah, people that swear they shot Bigfoot and they had blood on their boots, then they test their boots and it's bad blood and their story falls apart. It's all crap.
But look, we got hats, we got patches, we got signed Jake and Jane photo images.
Yep.
We've got stickers and more hats. And what else do we? What else? Oh, yes, more stickers. A poster. You could get a poster.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous.
And
It's
for an extra
it's
$30, he'll autograph it for you.
it's so obvious to me that this is okay. Well, let's go to the next part of the footage, right? We've got
Todd Standen actually he sold me a Sasquatch. I got it stuffed here in the office. It was only 50 grand. Check that guy out.
that's great. All right, we're going to go to the next face of Bigfoot. And this is, if you're just joining us, friends, you're watching Truth Seekers. I'm here with my friend Anthony from Unidentified-S4 channel. And we're kind of having some fun looking at this Bigfoot, um, alleged Bigfoot films this person, Todd Standing, made. Is this really the face of Bigfoot?
Okay.
What are your thoughts on this one, Anthony?
Okay, so this one is the one known as.
You were speechless about this one. It's so good.
I saw you had the microphone muted, so I didn't want to.
I did. Yeah, sorry about that.
This one's allegedly Jane, the female Sasquatch in the same tribe or troop as the other one we've seen, Jake. He believes they're brother and sister in this tribe or
Okay,
troop. So this one would be a female that we're looking at allegedly. Allegedly,
he's got brothers and sisters.
He believes that these Sasquatch travel in groups of 6 to 10. And during the day, the youngest Sasquatches are the ones that are out. He calls them the day watchers. So they'll stay at the highest point and they'll look for hunters or anything coming in close to the troop. He also believes that these tree breaks and everything mean not to go in certain areas and what have you. But this one here looks the fakest out of all of them to me. But then again, I've never seen a female Bigfoot, so.
Yeah, I don't know. You know,
I want to believe it. I mean, I'm a want to believer. I would love that to be real, man, because that would be game changer. Well, what are the odds, Stephen, of him going out there and getting all this spectacular footage? And why are they always behind a rock or a tree?
Yes, exactly.
Why don't we get any?
Purposefully, it looks purposefully
perfectly
obscured.
Placed. Yeah.
It looks like a set. You build a set. You place the actor on the set, whether that actor is a pup, whether that actor is somebody in a mask or a puppet head on a stick that somebody's behind a rock holding up.
And if I'm not mistaken, his sister Louise is a makeup artist, special effects artist.
I've heard that many times, but he denies that. I've watched a video of his where he denied that.
He'll say
true.
Yeah, he'll swear up and down that he spoke to makeup artists, and this cannot be animatronic. They could not make prosthetics that look like that. He even has video where he gets the actual tree branch and the actual pine needles from that time of year and measure them across the nose or from eye to eye to show you, how long it is, how far apart these eyes are, how far apart the bridge of the nose is. And it's like, from what he says, it's like 3 or 4 times the human size. He's saying these things are between 9 and 12 feet tall, between 800 to 1,000 plus pounds.
Well, that's a lot of claims, but there's I want to see what is the evidence for this. And I did see the eyeball thing, but I was less than convinced. He basically argued that the distance between the eyeballs were much bigger than a human's.
Correct.
Distance between the eyeballs. Okay, but if it's a puppet and not a human, or not a living, breathing creature, then you can put the eyeballs wherever you want them.
Anywhere you want, exactly.
Yeah. And if it's a mask, you can put the eyeballs wherever you want them, and you just have somebody that's got badly reduced vision in a mask or no vision in a mask just to get the shot. I don't know.
He does have some compelling clips. I don't know if you have them, but he does have 1 or 2 that make you really scratch your head.
Okay, well we have another face of Bigfoot. One second, let me get that up for us.
Got it.
And this one I called the blackface Bigfoot.
Yeah, this one, the name is actually Kubota, is what he named this one. He actually claimed that he heard the Sasquatch talking amongst each other one time. Now, allegedly, this particular Sasquatch named Kubota hear the Sasquatch speaking in their language, chat or whatever, and the words they mumbled were Kubota, and that's how he got the name for this particular Sasquatch that we're looking at here. And he claimed that it was an elder Sasquatch, very old, receding hairline, had a limp. He must have had an injured foot. Naturally, we don't see any of that here. It's
He
all on
found
what,
a
yeah, it's all on, it's all his story. Yeah,
receding hairline. He found
yeah,
a old ass bald Bigfoot. Really?
yeah. He
That's the
said that.
story he's going
Yeah,
with. He found an
that's a
old ass
story. Yep.
bald Bigfoot. Really?
And
Oh
the
my!
the
That is
best,
wonderful.
yeah, and the best was how he came up with the name for a Kubota. He actually said he heard these other Bigfoot Sasquatch talking amongst each other, and they
Oh,
were basically yelling at this one, and they had yelled Kubota, like in other words, he was doing something wrong, and like whatever he was doing, and that's how he came up with that name Kubota. And if you watch enough of Todd's shit, you'll hear all this stuff.
this is wonderful. I didn't know some of this. That he had whole
Yeah, yeah.
backstories for all this shit.
So my big complaint was, that's not a guy with some jungle face paint on, some military, camouflage or face paint on or
Exactly.
whatever. And
Yes.
and they were saying, his group of minions came after me like I'd never seen before. Well, look at the eyes. There's no whites in the eyes. And then I posted a picture of a guy in a tattoo shop getting his whites of his eyes tattooed black. I mean, you couldn't find somebody that had contact lenses that were all black to do that and paint his face. I mean, come on, that could be anybody we're looking at. It doesn't look like a Sasquatch. It looks like a man to me.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you. I thought for a moment that I had nailed this one and that it was a gorilla mask. But the more I looked at it, the more I thought that's just grease paint. That's one of those camo
Absolutely.
sticks. Something
100%.
just black somebody's face out and obscure them all but a little bit of their face, and then tell them to blink a lot. You
Right.
know.
And even if that's an elder Sasquatch, you're telling me he has absolutely no hair on the face like the other Sasquatches we've seen, even the female. More of her face was defined, but she still had a lot. There was still a lot of hair
Yeah.
on it. This has no hair on the face at
This
all.
this
And
doesn't.
and then
It doesn't.
he made another argument that Bigfoot he believed came from another tribe and ended up saying with this he believes they all come from different tribes. He believes they're all different shapes and sizes, different places in the world. They look differently and act differently. That's the theory that he's going on with these Bigfoots.
Yeah, this is amazing. So we have one more money shot from Todd Standing's documentary. By the way, it's called Discovering Bigfoot. You can watch it free on YouTube with ads. Just put Discovering Bigfoot in the search bar. You'll find it. You got to sit through some ads, but everybody can watch it. And I find it
Smoke.
interesting that he didn't mention all that backstory on each one in that documentary that you
Oh,
talked about tonight.
you got to watch them all, man. There's like 6 I watched every one of them, man, and I watch him when he goes live all the time just to hear what other bullshit he's going to come up with.
Like, let's see what this guy's saying this week. My favorite was the story that he was going to work for this group of super powerful rich people that were getting an expedition together.
Yeah,
they were going to go kill Bigfoot, and he was going to be like their tracker, but he was working undercover. Just to find out their plans, and then he was going to stop them, and nobody's killing Bigfoot on my watch.
Yeah.
Anthony, nobody's killing Bigfoot on my watch.
Big Bad Todd
so
Standing.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
so ridiculous.
And these guys were supposed to be like soldiers that were going up there to like kill a Bigfoot, like ex-military guys. But Big Bad Todd Standing is gonna go stop him.
Maybe special forces.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So this last one that we have here.
Funny, he never talks about who they are, though, right?
That's what I said. Can I have their names so I can verify your bullshit story with them?
Yeah.
He's never going to give us their names. He just makes shit up on YouTube. It's ridiculous. We have one more, which I just called like the Running Man Bigfoot, and that'll be it. And we'll hold on here. Yeah. So this one I called Running Bigfoot, and.
All right, this video to me is kind of compelling, and I'll tell you why. That is a very, very, very steep incline. And a couple months ago, I was up by you in Pennsylvania, and you know how the mountain terrain is up there. I don't think a man could run up a shale mountain like that on the angle that it was going like that. And then they really did some deep dive into this video, and another YouTuber, did an analyze the video big time, and he pulled the image of that alleged Sasquatch down, and he compared it to one tree, a young sapling that was there that was about 15 feet tall. And when they put Todd next to the same, because Todd went up there and stood there as well, and when they put Todd next to that sapling and brought the Sasquatch down and stood it side by side, that particular being there was over 9 feet tall and maybe twice the size, twice the width of Todd. Now, CGI can do a lot of things, and I wasn't there when it was made. But look at that. That does not look like a guy in a ghillie suit to me.
Yeah,
That
I don't know.
very
I would question
that could.
these. I would question these size comparisons. Like, how do we
Oh yeah,
know
no,
what
absolutely.
size that we need to
Right.
know? We need a control. We need to know for exactly sure how big a tree was that this thing walked by. And
Absolutely.
I don't
But
know that I trust Todd Standing to give us the measurements of the trees.
well, it
You
wasn't
know?
Todd that did it. It was another YouTuber that did it, and his information's in there. But look at the
Oh,
strides. Look at the strides and this was a person that was trying to prove Todd was a hoax, allegedly. But look at the strides that animal took. If you back it up, a couple seconds in, you'll see the foot strides in between that this thing takes, and I don't think people take such big strides like that going uphill.
yeah. And this
I
is
mean, unless you're an
there's a
Olympian,
also, and this is just a dark form crouching down behind a
yeah,
rock that he
yeah.
claims is Bigfoot. I'm
But then
unconvinced
again,
of that
Steven,
one at all. I thought that was the worst one. I thought it
yeah,
was
no,
the worst one because I thought it could be
I happen
anything
to.
running up
It,
that.
it,
I don't
it
know.
can be. It can be
And what you
anything.
said about it being a steep incline, do you know sometimes, at least where I'm at, where my cabin is in the mountains, there's hiking trails all over, and then there's game trails. There's just
Oh yeah,
you know
yeah.
there's just clearing trails. Even in steep inclines, you don't know that there's not like a perfect trail there. Maybe
Very
it's
true.
narrow, but it could be like a perfect trail up that thing. I don't know. This one left
Very
me
true.
extremely unimpressed and
I
unconvinced, and
I was just a little. I was just a little shocked about how wide. The thing was stepping going uphill. I thought that was pretty stunning when I seen that. If I'm going to be perfectly honest.
yeah, I don't know. So I don't know what to think of this footage because honestly, you're the first person that said anything good about any of it. At least you
I
give them
mean,
that last one, maybe, because everybody so far that I've had look at this footage was like, this is just,
it's too
everybody thinks
fantastic.
it's
It's too
everybody
perfect.
thinks it's fake that I've shown it to. I want to find somebody that thinks it's really real. All of it,
Yeah,
right?
well, I
Like,
mean, I don't think it's really real, man. Unfortunately, I think it's awesome. I think if it was real, it would be a game changer. I think he did a phenomenal job on production for that. I mean, if he would have made a movie out of it, he would have probably got more money.
well, I
Um,
made a documentary movie.
yeah, but I mean, like a real movie using those Bigfoots that he had in there, because I mean, look at those things; they're awesome looking, right? Those are really cool
Oh, you mean like a
Bigfoot.
fiction movie, maybe where
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
meets a Bigfoot, where somebody
absolutely.
maybe meets a Bigfoot or group of Bigfoot?
Yeah, that would have
Yeah,
been,
that would be a cool
that would
movie
have
to
been that would
watch.
have been wild. I would have loved to sit down and watch that. But to try to tell me that all those things are family and he's the only one that has access to them, I'm sorry, man. You're full of shit. But some of the footage might be real. Like that one going up into the woods, very well could be a Bigfoot. That could be the one piece of real footage that he got, and then he hoaxed the rest, to try to keep up with the scam. But who the hell knows, man? I wasn't there. And you know what I do? I go out in the field and I like to look for UFOs
Yeah,
and strange
yeah.
objects. And I'm sure there's people out there that say my shit's birds or it's fucking satellites, and I'm a bullshit artist. But there's other people out there that would want to give me the benefit of the doubt out there too. And I want to just give the guy the benefit of the doubt because I wasn't there. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, I tried to get somebody to go on his expeditions, but they're all filled up for I'm not sure if it's a year or 2 years.
Yeah,
You
good
can't go
luck.
this summer or next summer.
And then he only picks like 3 or 4 people out of 20 that apply. So it's
Oh,
hard.
he's leaving money on the table then. You know,
Yeah,
tents
but
aren't very expensive. Dude, if I was him, I would buy a whole bunch of tents. I would take everybody. 3,500 times 100, that's a nice week
yeah,
paycheck, right?
he has a girl working with him now that's an empath. Maybe that could be a good lead for you. She's fairly new. She's like on the last two episodes of of the show he does on YouTube. I
Well, I can
can't
check it
remember her
out. Yeah.
name. Yeah, but that could be a good lead for you to dig into. Maybe you can get her better than you can get him and talk to her because she goes out with him all the time.
That's interesting. I'll
And
check
she's
into
supposed
that.
to be a psychic that goes out there and she could talk to Bigfoot in her mind. So the
Really?
show,
This is
I,
just,
I
oh my
swear to you,
god,
man.
this is getting
So
better and
the
better.
show just gets better and better, man.
There's a psychic girl that
Yep.
can talk to the Bigfoot creatures.
Yeah, man.
And does she tell everybody what they say?
I'm looking for it right now for you, dude.
Oh no. Yeah,
I
this
could,
story.
I literally spit my coffee out when I seen it the first time. I'm like, this woman's really trying to tell me that she's talking to Bigfoot right now. If you go up on his channel, it's like the second to last video. She's up there with him, and she's supposed to be this empath. And the reason why she hooked up with Standing is because these Bigfoot that Todd goes visits in the woods have been talking to her in her mind, and she just has to find Todd, and they got to go out together because she's gonna help Todd bring this all together now.
Oh my god, this is crazy. We're gonna go. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I'm looking this up. Yeah,
Eight.
yes, it's the second to last one now. Discover
Yeah,
Bigfoot
there's a
with
girl
Todd.
in the. There's a girl with him, right?
Yeah. Um,
Okay, pardon me.
April 13th, 8 days ago,
All right, I
and
got it. I
that
got it.
that
Let me
chick,
put my
yeah,
fair use banner up here. We're gonna cite fair use as we continue. We're right now live investigating Todd Standing and his fantastical claims, and now we've
yeah.
just found out that he's got a psychic girl that can talk to the Bigfoots.
Breaking
So
news! Breaking news on
yeah,
Truthseekers.
and fair use. So this is transformative work. We're going to educate the public about the psychic girl that can talk to the Bigfoots, and we're critiquing the video we're sharing, and certainly this is covered under fair use and allowable by law. So let's get into this,
Her name
friends.
is Ashley. That's her name, Ashley.
Jeez.
There she
All right.
is.
There she is, the psychic girl that can
The
talk to
psychic.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's her, man.
Into the field and has me to live interact with her. I'm in the Sasquatch, just getting my camera set up for our 2-shot here.
Man, a pitch right from the start.
Here with
Every episode, bro. Story.
who's been on 2 expeditions, I guess 3 expeditions with me now. Let me just get this really nicely set up.
Maybe put the camera where it's supposed to go before you start from the video, dude.
Recon, and I'm realizing so
He just came back from Recon.
Also just ate. I realized that
SEAL Team Todd.
the Recon expedition is so exciting because it reveals so many truths, right? Like we literally haven't been there in November, December, January, February, March, April. So it's been 6 months. Oh my God, we haven't been there for 6 months. And we see really incredible new tree breaks. You saw my Sasquatch Sunday video. I hope if you didn't, you should go watch it because I'm really out there looking at.
Yeah, I got a big problem with the tree breaks because in a whole bunch of his videos I've seen, he just shows people broken trees and he's like, "Yeah, man, the Bigfoot was here and he knocked that right over. They're so strong, they just grab it and they knock it right over." And I'm looking at him going, it's a broken tree in the middle of the woods.
Snow load can't do that, right?
There's broken trees everywhere. This is
everywhere, man.
This is not evidence. This is idiocy.
Nah.
But okay.
Those breaks, analyzing them. But what Ashley's better at than I am is feeling the energy that you were feeling out there. I remember I talked about that in that video as well. Tell me what the energy was. What were you feeling being out there? Was there a change? Is it the same? What do those tree breaks mean?
I don't know. I feel like there can be excitement around it.
Excitement. Yes, that's a good word.
I
know I'm excited. And now,
I bet.
Is that reflecting, or is that just me projecting?
I think he's excited because he's next to a real live woman for once.
Yeah, and
You
he's
know?
pitching a tent, and her hand's probably on his lap because she wants to become famous.
You guys understand? When you reflect, it's like that reflection in a mirror. Like you're maybe I'm excited because the Sasquatch. We're excited to make those tree breaks, or am I projecting in that there's no mirror? I'm just putting my excitement out there, and it's when you project.
She's very shy, this
you're
girl,
feeling
but
it, right?
she'll tell you what she does.
And
She's a
I
psychic.
don't know what I'm doing because I'm so excited that they're
It's
out
crazy.
there and they're making those breaks and the directions they were pointing. It's so exciting.
If it wasn't bad
I
enough for
try
him to
not to
begin
get
with, now he's
excited,
taking
and I
out a
say,
psychic with him. That
"No,
can talk to Bigfoot.
we bleed, we work so all of us. We
He
work
talks-
so hard. Those expeditions are
He can talk
hard,
to ears off an elephant
Like,
too.
even
This
with
Oh,
the
forget it.
hard,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
He could
Go
sell you a
and
swamp with
grind,
frogs and
get
swear to make
stuck,
money.
hike in. You know, it's hard, guys. It's tough. There's a lot of snow out there. You never know where it's
It's really
gonna be.
hard to find
There's
those
cliffs
Bigfoots,
and
guys.
edges and
Real hard,
people
man.
die. Just places, you know.
But Todd will
it's
get you
involved.
out there for
You know, the
3,500.
truck breaks down. Who are we gonna call?
Todd standing.
Right? There's no cell phone service. I have an emergency device, but literally, this is like some emergency thing. Now someone's gonna have to, drive 8 hours to come and get us, and they're gonna have to go through hell to get there where I got stuck. And they're gonna have to endanger themselves. This is a big deal. This stuff. It's a big deal. So when it's precipitating incredible results, I'm very, very excited about it. So one of the great things about having Ashley here today is if you guys have questions about expeditions and you want it from the horse's mouth, it's right here, right?
Oh, she's going to
right
vouch for
here.
him, right?
Oh,
That's rude.
100%.
And she's got a lot of her and other expeditioners have been helping me a lot with these.
He
live
basically
shows, really
says,
quicker, they're
what's
asking more
what, and then
questions.
she's just like,
Hello, Birdie. Hey, Spencer. Good evening, kids. Hello, Elizabeth.
Oh, he did this as a
Hello,
live
Ashley.
stream.
And you spelled it right. It's
Yeah, they're
Ashley.
live. I mean, if you zip it up
Correct?
a little bit and
Yep.
see her lips on move, you know she's yapping.
Is this your daughter? No, this is not.
She don't talk a lot.
We are.
That's
not
why I say you got to
related.
watch everything he does to
Holly-
catch all the bullshit.
How was Radium? Any
Yeah, I'm trying
visuals?
to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
watch the. We were just talking about that.
I'm trying to find where she talks.
No
but-
tracks at all, though. But how could
Very
there be?
little.
Because it snowed.
Yeah,
3
she's
feet out
she's
there.
in it. She's just
That's
like a
generally
prop.
what it
Like,
does.
look,
Yeah,
Three
yeah,
feet
yeah,
from
yeah.
I got a woman
No
next to me.
tracks
Like,
that we
this
can
is.
confirm.
Then he
Hello
took
from-
out another beautiful girl that went out to the woods with him, and he's got this girl taking
Hello,
off her
just
shirt.
curious,
She's got this tight tank
when
top
is
on,
the
and
last time
she's
you
wearing
s-
these
you
tight
saw
pants.
Whoa,
And
we should be
he's got a
reviewing
walking-
that.
2022 yet.
he's got a walking like tightrope on a
No, I
log,
haven't seen one
and
in 2022 yet. Last time I saw one was last year.
It's the
Crazy.
Todd Standing show
really good.
Yeah,
where
it's
he
a-
finds
It's really
where he
it's
finds
really- is
Bigfoot.
it- I feel like I got to be very transparent about this. I feel it's not important if I see a Sasquatch when I'm out there.
Yeah.
What do you feel the purpose is? What's my purpose? Am I looking for Sasquatch or am I guiding you guys to Sasquatch?
Oh, you're guiding us.
You're guiding
Todd.
us.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you ever think like, man, Todd's on a little journey here?
No.
No. Okay. I'm being transparent because I really want to know. So, because I feel like I'm so grateful for the expeditioners. They come out there. They trust in me. Really, that is, man. They come out like I see people. They get
They
scared.
trust him,
Were you
Anthony.
scared your first
Yeah,
time?
yeah, oh yeah.
Drive? No.
Yeah. When I drove you out there, and we're like in the hella middle of nowhere. You weren't scared?
No.
I see people get scared, but you're not. You have a lot of wilderness experience. You've hunted. You killed moose. You harvest wild animals, right?
Yeah.
So
2 months ago, he took out like this 19-year-old girl with him.
so
That's the other
you're in
one.
danger?
No.
Yeah, I
Safe?
think I saw her in a
Yes.
different video.
Why is that?
I mean, not to be rude, but she was like half brain dead, that girl. I mean, she couldn't even string together a
No,
proper
it's the
sentence.
way you do your expeditions that influences that feeling of safety and protection.
Good. I was trained by some pretty impressive people, and it's
He was
like
trained.
if an expeditioner ever got harmed, man.
Oh,
I
he'll
understand
bring up
destroy everything.
Dr.
You just do this
Bindenagel,
research,
he'll bring
you
up
do so-
Survivor Man.
He drops those names in every video.
Every single video, man.
So
Every
I've
single
never
one,
heard-
yeah.
Never heard one without it.
Have such tremendous success. So don't miss any of the live shows. Thank you, Andy. Boom. That's what the Sasquatch. What do you think of the name Boom?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. It's,
He's gonna name a Bigfoot boot.
Have you heard the Boom?
I don't.
He's talking about the
No,
noises the
Boom.
Sasquatch make.
Huh. What you think it suits them? You think they would?
This
like
is just
that?
all gibberish.
See,
I just
Bigfoot
wanted you to
is,
see who
know,
the chick
big
was.
nose, big ears, maybe bald head. I wouldn't want to be called that, right? named after some appendage or part of my body. But big tooth, no. Big feet, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think that's enough of that.
But that
So
could
he's
be a
got-
good lead if you could find that girl somewhere. That could be a good lead for you to get some questions answered. That girl Ashley.
Yeah, maybe I could. I don't know. So and I have another video that I could share. This one, no, it's a little long. I'm not going to share that one. But in one situation that I found on YouTube, some random YouTuber, he took somebody out hiking to look for Bigfoot, a guy that had a huge YouTube following. And in the backseat of his car was a Bigfoot glove, which I found incredibly suspect. Like, why would...
What? Like the prop was in the vehicle? You're saying?
Yes.
Oh man.
Let me see if I could get this queued, and then we'll play it. I don't want to play the whole video that I have here because it's got a lot of him talking. And
I mean, when the Bigfoot community doesn't like you, man, there's a really good chance that you're a hoaxer.
Yeah, and my issue is that he shows this this footage of logs and apples on logs, and then he says that the Bigfoot is taking the apples. There's a Bigfoot over here. There's a Bigfoot over here. And then we'll see what happens. This random YouTuber was in his car, right?
Yeah.
Going to some hiking trail to see Bigfoot, and they saw a Bigfoot glove in his back seat, right?
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
I believe it.
Let's share this. Oh, not that one. There we go.
As we headed deeper into the mountains for our hike, I decided to interview the mysterious woman that Todd was with. What is your relationship to Todd?
I am basically an apprentice, so I'm here to learn what he has to teach with tracking and Bigfoot, basically.
She's here to learn.
So how did that come about?
I was just a fan, and I found him on Instagram after watching his documentary on Netflix, and he answered me back, and I was just asking if he does expeditions for just to go for regular people, just to go out and try and find Sasquatch, and he messaged me back and said he was willing to do that. And
yeah, I bet he was.
Dope.
Yeah, I am a skeptic
Here's
slightly.
the glove
Until
part
I see
now.
it for myself, I'm definitely not going to be able to believe it.
What was up with that Sasquatch glove in the back seat?
I don't know. I'm going to definitely grill him on that one. So
Yeah.
very suspicious.
Oh man. You know, that's crazy because there's actually a video where you see a log set up in the forest, and the Bigfoot takes the
you know what? I can
log.
I can play that. I have that right here. I can play
And
that right
I
here.
wonder if those are the exact pair of hands that he used to do that.
Yeah, why would he have a Bigfoot glove in his backseat? It's a little suspicious when he's doing footage like this. Although, what I will say, Anthony, is that I'm going to show you the unenhanced footage of his look. A Bigfoot has taken my apples off this log, right? Yeah. But I did enhance it, and it's so grainy and shitty. You can't see if it's a human hand, a Bigfoot hand, or whatever. Yeah. It's way back in the frame. It's
could
terrible
be a squirrel
quality.
for all we know.
Yeah. And again, we're going to cite fair use because we're using this video to educate the public about Todd Standing and his fantastical claims about Bigfoot taking apples from logs, and while he's got a Bigfoot glove in his back seat that somebody caught him with.
Wait a second. Did you see that? In case you missed it, let's go back.
How could you not miss it? It's so small.
Yeah.
Background.
Oh, look, I gotta magnify it.
How the hell did he? I
Here's a
want to know
shot
how
of them
he's
as they
seen it
were
in
a
the
few
dark like
minutes ago.
that.
They're
Yeah, and then he
now
gives you a
sitting
close.
together.
Unless
Wait,
it was a hoax.
Here's what they look like.
he gives
from
you a
other
close up
cameras
of the
25 yards
apples
away.
on the
Let's call
tree,
them
but when
Yeah,
apples
the
come
one,
on,
when the
man.
thing
two,
gets
and
taken,
three.
it's like this
Watch
tiny.
again now, closely in slow motion to apple number 3.
Why don't we get the close up when the thing gets taken? Oh, something took an apple, Anthony.
Did
It
you
could have
see
fell
that?
off.
It must have been Bigfoot. It could have been anything
Have a
else.
closer look.
Come on.
Where apple 3 once was is now
Wow.
a black, empty space.
It's magic.
If you watch it again in slow motion, you can actually
This
see it
is so
removed.
bad.
That apple rolled off.
Now watch this.
Are you watching closely? The second apple gets taken, Anthony. Oh, it has to be a Bigfoot.
At this moment, I have
That's
no
where you
idea
see the
those
hands
apples
or
are being
whatever right
taken.
there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do further work on that
The
part.
second one.
And over here.
There's a Bigfoot right over there. I can hear
There
it.
goes apple number 1.
Oh,
There
the
you
last
go.
apple, Anthony. The Bigfoot must be
producer is-
hungry.
His producer was hungry on the show. Took an apple.
That
Come
Bigfoot
on,
must be
man.
hungry. He took all 3 of them those big red delicious apples that Todd Standing kindly and generously left out for those.
Yeah, that he
hungry
gifted. Don't get me wrong, Steven. I want Bigfoot to be real probably more than anybody.
Oh, me
man.
too. I love
You
Bigfoot.
kidding me?
I
mean, come on. But
Anthony, I love Bigfoot so much I can't even tell you. I got a bunch of stuff for my cabin that's all Bigfoot, like I got a wood carved thing of Bigfoot and I was trying to find something. No, I'm not going to be able to find it right now, of course. Oh, yes, I can. Look, this is how much I love Bigfoot. I got this for my cabin. But I think this is awesome.
oh man, that cut out of metal?
Yes.
That's great, man.
Isn't that beautiful? That's
That
how
is
much.
awesome.
This is how much I love Bigfoot and want
That's
him to
great.
be real. But
Yeah, man.
my desire for him to be real doesn't make it so.
I found Bigfoot.
It's show and tell time here on Truth Seekers. But isn't it interesting? Like even if you know that a lot of this is bullshit, it's fun to imagine.
It's fun, man.
What if it's not? Look, man,
I'm going into
They
my
did.
40s now, and I was up in Pennsylvania looking for Bigfoot not too long ago, man.
There
I
are
want it to
big.
be real.
This. What's funny is there's Bigfoot sightings all around my cabin, and I've been
Dude.
wanting to go talk to the people and look around, but I'm like, I don't think I want to get into this rabbit hole.
The
get
first thing
stuck.
the first thing I heard when I got up into your neighborhood up there was the Bigfoot radio station. I was like, oh man, I'm home. I've made it.
Yeah.
They got a Bigfoot radio station, man. I'm right where I belong. I mean, that's so cool, man. But they lend a lot of credibility to the fact that people are having sightings, and they want the sightings to be fact. And you can't, factualize a sighting. You have to physically have tangible evidence. You need a body. You need blood samples. You need hair. You at this point, we need a body. Until they drag a body in, nobody's gonna believe he's real.
Yeah, I think it's going to take even 2 bodies, 3 bodies, because
Well,
like what if somebody, I don't know, took apart a chimpanzee and a gorilla and a human or something?
that's been
glued
done
it all
before.
together and
That's been done before too, man.
No, I don't think not with real tissue. With like
No, but
bacon
the guy froze the fake Bigfoot, and he had like chicken bones and shit inside the body of it.
Yes, he did.
Frozen,
He sure did.
and just like Dr. Greer's dead alien baby was like an aborted fetus or something sick like that, or like a dead chicken baby or whatever they used. I don't know, but that wasn't a real alien either. From that Atacama thing was fake too. So
Yeah,
I didn't make
what?
a fantastic claim.
We missed a kind and generous benefactor who sent a super chat. I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to the live chat. Just to let everybody know, we read every single super chat here, and tonight we have a special guest, Trixie Luce. Trixie Luce is here at our UFO desk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so maybe she'll have some UFO news, because I noticed a big numbers drop off. People are like, "You're not talking about UFOs." But he says, you got to talk with Les Stroud about him. He knows the pros and cons about him. I think Les Stroud has talked about him, and I've heard him talk about him, and he's very gentlemanly and diplomatic. He doesn't call him a bullshitter, but he doesn't endorse his bullshit either.
He does not.
Right?
No, no.
And
He said-
famously, Todd said, one way or the other, you're going to make me famous, because if this is real, you're going to make me famous with it. If it's fake, it's so fake, you're going to make me famous with it.
right.
Which is an interesting way to do it. But thank you, ZaviG310, for kind and generous $4.99 super chat. So nice of you, and I'm glad that we have kind and generous benefactors to help us to praise the cash, friends.
Praise the
here,
cash.
Here's Trixie to thank you, ZaviG310.
This is Trixie from Truthseekers, thanking you for your generosity. I'm gonna praise the cash so hard, you are gonna need a cease and desist letter from your fake lawyer to make me stop.
I love Trixie, man.
I'm so glad that she was unemployed and we could give her a job here, Anthony. You know, there's a lot
She's
of
so
unemployed strippers since the pandemic. So,
They sure are.
yeah, welcome Trixie Loose. So, yes, got a bunch of new Trixie bumpers, which is a funny thing and a good thing.
Come on, guys. Throw out some money to Trixie, man. She hasn't been working. Hook her up.
So, Anthony, besides looking into this psychic, I did think that I should talk to some of these girls that he's been hanging out with.
Oh, yeah.
If I could
absolutely.
find them. But it's kind of impossible because in some of these videos, he just says their first name. He doesn't give links to their social media accounts or anything like that. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to track them down, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Because
Yeah,
I think
I'm gonna
that they could have some
help you out.
insight into this whole
Yeah.
thing, right?
Absolutely. You know, like if he's a creepy old man that ended up being a dirty old man when they were out there with him, I want to know. I want to know. I'm going to help you dig into this.
What do you think the odds on that are if we're going to
Oh.
speculate?
Well, very good, being as, Todd's wife just divorced him. So, I mean,
I've heard that, yeah.
so,
So he's like single now, and he's a big star of the Bigfoot world. Do you know?
yes.
Because I'm not that connected into this Bigfoot world, right? What is the general belief, or is it 50-50 on him and the big, kind of like?
When it comes to Todd standing, I mean,
Yeah,
they think
in the
he's
world of
biggest
Bigfoot.
hopes are going. They think he's the
Oh,
biggest
they do.
hopes are going. Yeah, I mean, he has this small following of maybe, well, I shouldn't say small. He's got about, 90,000 people on his YouTube channel, but those are all diehard, Todd Standing fans. And I'm sure out of millions of people, you could find a bunch that are going to be your fans and believe your bullshit. But, the rest of the community, they think he's just a bullshit artist.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure. What is the general thing, right?
And like I said earlier, when the Bigfoot community thinks you're a Bigfoot bullshit artist, that's sad, man.
Lord Ludicrous with a great idea. Importing giant chimps would be an epic troll, Elon. Like, what if Elon, they discovered those giant chimpanzees? They're bigger than regular chimps. What if he just bought or paid somebody to get a whole troop of them and just left them out in the Pacific Northwest? Dude, if I had the money, I would do that in a minute, dude.
Absolutely,
because
man.
they could survive just fine there. They'd be fine there,
Absolutely.
People start finding giant chimpanzees in the middle of the forest.
I'll tell you one thing that I know.
Holy shit,
for a fact,
Bigfoot's
man.
real.
He lost a lot of money on that trial that he did in Canada, though, Todd, when he tried to protect Bigfoot. He lost a ton of money. Oh, yeah. He had to pay that all back.
Well, we want to thank Lord Ludicrous Plaid for his kind and generous donation to the show. Yeah, imagine that. A good way to help out the show is to just throw money at us.
Throw money, man. Trixie needs work.
Thank you for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of the show.
This is Trixie from Truthseekers, thanking you for your generosity. I'm gonna praise the cash so hard, I'm gonna need a fake med bed to bring me back to life.
She is the best, man. I feel so bad that strip club's empty. You guys better start throwing money at Cambion, man. There's nobody in that strip club.
She's remote from Club Sleaze in Philadelphia.
That's great.
Anthony, let me ask you, did you ever have a phase where you went to strip clubs a lot? Like maybe before you were married, or?
I actually worked at a strip club when I was like 18, 19 years
Oh
old.
wow! Was that
And
was that the dream job people think it was?
nah, not at all, man. It got real boring real fast.
Yeah.
You do not want to see the behind scenes of a strip club. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. You know what me and my friends used to do in Philadelphia? We would on purpose go to the like sleaziest, dirtiest ghetto ones that we could because it was like funny and entertaining because it was so sketch, right? It was just
Very
so
sketch, man.
it was so dirty and disgusting, and like there would be girls like one time we were there and this girl started scratching her crotch and she was like, and she started talking about antibiotics. Like, that doctor better give me better antibiotics. And she was scratching her crotch with like a G string while she had a G. I was like, oh my God. It was bad, right?
She must have been suffering from under.
Or sometimes you'd go to the really dirty ones and there'd be like, forget the B and C squad. There'd be like the D and E squad, you know, like, wow, this girl just should have stopped this 5 years ago, you know, like, ooh.
Terrible, terrible.
Yeah.
They're fresh from the truck stop, those girls, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think we're gonna bounce on out of here.
All right, brother.
I want to thank you for giving me some greater insight into the world of Todd Standing and his, I'm going to say alleged Bigfoot footage, because I don't even want to call it Bigfoot footage because that's like an endorsement. Because you're saying it is Bigfoot footage. I want to say alleged Bigfoot footage.
Alleged Bigfoot footage, yeah. All I know is when I'm done with this show, I'm going to make a TikTok with Todd's fantastic claims there with the "I believe in magic" tune behind it. That's how
that's a pretty good idea. Well, I want to thank you for joining us. Don't be a stranger, Anthony. Thanks for your help doing this. Good night.
Thanks, brother. Have a good show, man.
All right. Well, friends, I got a little bit more time. I'll any comments or questions from the live chat? Otherwise, I'm going to bounce on out of here. Yeah, Stormcrow says, Steve, get my antibiotics. Yeah. Yes, and thanks for everybody reminding me. That's Intel Lady, a spoof channel. And you should go subscribe to her. And while you're also here, this is a good time for me to remind you that besides throwing money at us, one of the other best ways to support us is to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos. It really does help. I sound like a broken record. I got to make a bumper so I could just push a button and annoy you people into helping us spread the channel instead of, having to do it manually every time. But it really does help if you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also, if you're listening on audio podcast land, let me remind you, you're missing half the fun. Go on over to YouTube. Put Truth Seekers in the search bar. There you'll see a handsome sunglassed man pop up on your screen. Click that. Click the subscribe button. Smash the notification bell and come here and be a part of the show. Don't just listen to the show. Come and watch the show. Come, watch, listen, and be a part of the show. Audience participation is a big deal here, and we invite you to come and be a part of the show. So what else can I tell you, friends? We're going to continue on this Todd Standing rabbit hole just a little bit longer. I'm wrapping up a few more things, and then I'm going to dump it together into one big deep dive video about all of this for the benefit of those people who would like to sort of digest what experts have to say about this, what people familiar with this story have to say about his alleged Bigfoot footage. Is this really the face of Bigfoot, or is it something else? Let me know what you think in the comments, friends. I'm going to keep going down this rabbit hole a little bit further. See if we can get any more information or shed some more light on this character, Todd Standing. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. I'm always happy when there's an audience, friends. Thanks for coming here tonight and spending some quality time with me. No place that I would rather be than right here with you. But the night is calling me, and I have some other projects to complete. So I will take my leave of you here. Until next time, friends, my name is Stephen Cambion. Good night, and God bless all of you.
This is an exclusive just coming in from our UFO exclusives desk here at Truth Seekers. Suspicious lights have been spotted above the White House, and I need you all to get out your telescopes and point them in the direction of the White House, because I think you are going to see something absolutely incredible and totally real. That sounds like such a plausible story that us on Truth Seekers have just got to cover it. Back to you, Stephen. This is Trixie reporting for Truth Seekers UFO Desk, where we give you absolutely no gimmicks whatsoever, just the truth. And tonight, I can exclusively reveal that a UFO has been spotted above Connecticut. It is a tic-tac-shaped UFO, and it is so hot. I really hope you guys can get out your incredibly telescopes and point them in the direction of Connecticut, because you are going to see something so incredible. Back to you, Stephen.